Hey folks, and welcome back to my channel. As you can see, this is my brand new recording / mixing space. It's much bigger actually. So what I want to show you in this video, I'm gonna walk a little bit of the camera around and show you what I got new, how the space actually looks, what I got on the walls for absorption and so forth. It's not quite finished yet. Behind me there will be some curtains, and probably I'm gonna need also a little bit of bass traps in the future. But for now I can do some recordings and of course new tutorial videos and reviews. So before I grab the camera and show you around the new space, let's get in some B-roll action. So I would say let's start maybe at the back of the room. So we have here a shelf, actually two shelves. We have all the different stuffs for cables. I got here RCA cables, guitar cables, mic cables, all cables that I don't need that often, insert cables, so spare cables and so forth. Then I got here my video equipment. The light is actually here for the video now. Then I got all the microphones, AKG, some live stuff microphone, documents and so forth. So just some spare things like CDs, DVDs and so forth, PC parts. What you sometimes need in a studio with spare parts. All right. So then let's turn around here and maybe go to this rather beautiful new guitar stand, which is called the Gravity Stand. And it holds up to 9 guitars, acoustic and electric guitars. This space is actually not quite finished here. So there is some old diffusion that I had in the old studio. So just those foam thingies that you put on the wall. Some cables, probably gonna need more cables here, of course. Then, what else have we got here? Let's go here to this recording space, where I kind of built like a little bit of a box here with absorption and diffusion, with a CLEARSONIC absorber. And I'm not quite sure about this now, but I probably track here most of the voiceovers, vocals and the guitar stuff because there's plenty of space for it actually. And I don't know where I put it elsewhere, so this might be a good spot for that. I have here now the LEWITT LCD microphone put up because I'm doing some sample recordings for LEWITT audio. That you'll probably hear in a later video. Then, well, let's go maybe to the absorption here. These are panels from ACOUSTICS, and they are actually very, very affordable. They come in pairs of 2 for I think 150 euros. And they are very easily mounted. You can also put them on, for example, here on the doors. Just need some hooks for there, and they are connected with the wall with flexi blocks. Very easy, you can check that up in the internet. And yeah, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 for now. And as I said in the beginning, I probably need here in the front some curtains to cover the windows, and maybe also pretty sure bass traps sometimes in the future, but for now it actually doesn't sound that bad. And I did a RT60 test with acoustic software for rooms, and it isn't that bad. It's around 0.4, 0.3. So you probably can hear it also in my voice that it isn't kind of echoey or reverby. But some problems, minor problems in the bass frequencies, but I will deal with that later on. Then maybe let's go here. Doesn't that look fancy? Got all the gaming stuff in there. There's also a Super Nintendo actually that sits here, but it's now in the other room for, of course, playing. Game Boy Advance, some cassettes. Oh, look at that. It's Vanilla Ice. And classic Game Boy, some games. There's also a old Fostex cassette recorder, 4-track, and some other stuff. Then my 2 amps. I have now 2, just the orange Crush and the Marshall MG100. I sold actually the Fender that you probably have seen in my other videos. Not that it's a bad amp, but I just didn't use it enough to have it around. And I mainly track everything with the Marshall because it's a very versatile amp actually. And I kind of like the Marshall sound a little bit more. Then piano, I had that not in my old studio, I had it in the living room actually with a very long MIDI cable into the mixing room. It worked quite well, but of course, if you have a piano in the recording space, it's much more comfortable. You can just slide from the console to the piano and vice versa. I have also a monitor setup so I can actually see what's going on when playing. All right. And now to the heart of the studio, the good old SOUNDCRAFT console. And I have also 2 new monitors, Adam Audio, the brand new T7Vs. They are actually quite affordable, and believe me or not, but they do sound really awesome. The old speakers will be sold, they're sitting here. The ASE N-Ear 05, I believe. So the Adams are much more revealing, especially in the top end. And they have 7-inch woofers, so you have much more bass frequency response, which is very nice. So what changed here? Actually nothing. Got all the same gear that I have in my old studio, the Elysis, and also the FMR units, DBX 160, and the power plant, Elysis MIDIVerb, Lexicon 200, and the TC Electronics M350. Pedal board pretty much the same. Electro-harmonics, Digidech, the Screaming Blues, main squeeze, and a wah pedal. Up here, basically also the same. Drum bus, TL Audio, A2, then the 76 for the lead vocals, and the Superb Tegeler Audiomanufaktur Creme for the mix bus. Console layout also stayed pretty much the same. All the channels here with the kick, snare, parallels, room, percussion, solo, and so forth and so forth. As far as the buses goes, I have a drum bus, instrument bus, mix bus, and the bass bus. So you can route all the bass mono signals to this bus, and lead vocal parallel, and back vocals with the parallel. So pretty much the same that I used in the old studio. Also the same computer, still rocking a Mac Pro. I think it's 2011 version, but it's actually rock solid, and it does everything that I need to do actually. So I didn't change it at all. Here we have another TL Audio unit, which is a preamp, then the Freudenstein VAS pre and compressor, and I got here a monitor amp, just 4 outs, This is a new patch bay, so you can bring in all the different cables that are connected to the interfaces. PRESONUS, so also the same interfaces. And yeah, that's basically it. Then here we have the couch. I had it also in my old studio, but it has much more space now. So overall, let me go a little bit into the corner here. As you can see, it's a much bigger space now. And I hope that I get some good recordings and mixing projects out of that. All right, so I hope I could show you quite a bit the new studio space. So be prepared for some new tutorial videos, of course, and some reviews. Can't wait to get working again. And so long, I hope you have a great day and see you in a next video. All right?